Hey guys and gals, I'm JK, and I'm just gonna take a few minutes out of my day to make this short little video here, just kind of cataloging my thoughts on the first two episodes of The Rings of Power. Um, yeah, honestly, so far, not that good. I know a lot of people are hating on the show, and a lot of people are giving it unabashed praise. Um, I personally wasn't expecting to like it too much, so maybe that makes me biased, and that's fair. But yeah, it's just not quite doing it for me. Some of the main things, well, one of the things to disclaimer sort of deal is just my complete and total inability to watch this without comparing it to Lord of the Rings. As you can probably see, I have seen the extended edition trilogy, probably at least a dozen times, and they're some of my favorite movies. So that's something that's kind of stacked against Rings of Power. Um, but moving on into the actual show itself, there's a lot of weird things. For starters, it's one of the things that I noticed pretty much immediately upon watching the episode was like they don't seem to know how elves are. And I'll be straight up. I haven't read the books in a very long time, and I never read the Silmarillion. I tried to, but it was a pretty hard read. Um, but yeah, just like the little Galadriel elf, like tackling the boy. Well, first off, why are the boys, their elf children, like being mean? Why are they missing when they're throwing rocks at her little boat? But yeah, then why does she tackle him, and she goes to throw a freaking punch at him, man. It's like, I don't know. That just doesn't really seem like how elves should behave, especially in a world so young before, the dark times, as it were. So just a lot of weird stuff like that where just they seem to have weird changes to the characters because they can, I guess. And then, I suppose another disclaimer is I don't know what exactly they have the rights to adapt and what they don't. Um, as I've heard, I believe the credits say based on the Lord of the Rings and the what is it, the appendices. So I don't quite get what they can and can't show, which is to say that when in the beginning of the first episode, when she's talking about how Morgoth destroyed the trees of light, I was genuinely bummed out by that. I'm a I'm a fan of Shelob. I liked the spiders ever since the Hobbit cartoon back in the day, and Shelob was one of my favorite sequences in the Return of the King. So, as it stands, I'm a big fan of Ungoliant, and in the Legendarium, uh, the short, very short version is Ungoliant. Morgoth gets Ungoliant to help him destroy the trees of Valinor or something like that, and it doesn't end up going so smoothly, and Ungoliant, as best as I can figure, very nearly defeats Morgoth, who then, utters out this scream that was heard across the whole land, and an army of Balrogs come to aid him, and I just think that would have been awesome. Maybe unrealistic to think that we would have gotten that at least in the first season, but I was hoping at some point we would see that in the show, but with the trees dying in the first 4.5 minutes, I mean, I guess not. Um, is that some? I'd say that probably the for me the three biggest issues I have is just the weird characters not acting like they should, not being able to see, what I wanted to see, which you know, that's not necessarily a huge mark against the show. You can't always get what you want, but the characters should be consistent. And then the big third thing for me was a lot of the dialogue really comes off as dialogue that it's like they were trying to sound like Tolkien without actually knowing what Tolkien sounded like. That's the best way I can describe it. Like with what's that line? This place is so evil, or torches give off no warmth. Like that's okay, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, I can go in some more detailed opinions, but I'm trying to keep this a little brief. Actually, hopefully, want someone to watch this if they feel so inclined. Um, I'm planning on recording a commentary reaction for the next episode that I watch. Hopefully, I can do it so it's like first time reaction, get the straight up opinion. Um, but yeah, I guess let me know what you guys think of the show. Let me know what you think of my opinion thus far. And yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Peace.